let's take a look at one of the most basic, earliest seen sort of weapons in the game. The Blood Sword. It is a sword. Causes bleeding. That's about it. I mean, it's another one of the brutality weapons. Melee, it does some sort of damage over time, similar to the torch, or similar to how you would use the oiled sword in a lot of ways. And this is one of them. I think it is a 100% drop from zombies, so that just means that on level generation, you are guaranteed to have at least one of these guys, well, to have exactly one of these guys dropping the weapon. And the fact that it only costs 5 cells to unlock says that Motion Twin probably planned for this to be the first weapon that you're going to unlock in the entire game. So that comes the question then, how do you effectively use it? Well, it's blood, and blood tends to not be the best sort of damage over time, but it is still an effective damage over time. So I guess what you want to do is you want to... Whoop, almost got me, almost got me. So I guess that what you want to do is you want to get a whole bunch of hits in on enemies to get that working as effectively as possible. Stuff that buffs up damage over time, for example, the Hokuto's bow that I just picked up, or the second Hokuto's bow that I'm about to pick up, are going to increase that damage, which is good. Freezing enemies in place, whether it's through a wolf trap, which will give you extra damage on that bleed, or any sort of frost, or, for example, the shards here, allowing you to hit a few enemies a few more times while they're slowed down. That's going to be effective. And I suppose that you get a lot of plus 50% on poisoned or frozen targets. Blood and fire, I think, is a nice effective combination. 100% on burning target. Make sure those enemies are hot-blooded. Make them see. You will give them a fever of 103 manually. Give them a fever manually. That would have worked better. Whatever, anyway. Point is that I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to probably go for the sort of build that gives me a wolf trap comboed with maybe a good shield or something. I can always go sword and board. That's something that I don't really hit up a whole bunch. I mean, I don't really think too much about, like, brutality weapons when it comes to 4-cell runs, largely because I don't like being in melee range of things in 4-cell runs. It's kind of rough to take that malaise on the nose, you know, and you're much, much more likely to have that happen when you're not running ranged. So I think I'm probably going to drop the... There you go, there's that. Here's that blood and fire combo that I'm looking for. So I think that what I'm going to do is probably drop the Hokuto's bow soon enough. Pick up maybe even a damage focus shield, because I think that to get the fire synergy that I'm looking for, I could probably just take a fire grenade. That's going to do a lot of extra damage with the... Oh, 3 seconds left, come on! There we go, nailed it. Yeah, it's going to do a lot of damage with the wolf trap in play, and that's also going to give me a lot of damage reduction as well. So I might even look at finally trying to get damage shields working in a build, which would be nice. Which is something that I might have been lacking a little bit for a while now. Get over here. Yeah, that's doing good. That said, Death Orb right now is going to be pretty good for... Nope. Okay. Death Orb right now is going to be pretty good for at least taking out a lot of flying enemies, which can be a little difficult with this weapon. And one of the things with the Blood Sword is that its swing is... It's not as fast as something like your Balance Blade or whatever. I tried. It's not as fast as something like your Balance Blade. It's somewhat of a slower weapon. It's got a little bit of wind up before it finally gets that swing out there into enemies. So I think that if you are going to be running a Blood Sword, having something that'll give you a little bit of range, the Flame Grenade will also give me a pretty big AoE of fire to take out enemies too. Or, if you get really lucky, and you manage to get one of the affixes that gives you, say, bleed propagation, that will, you know, pretty much turn the Blood Sword's bleed into like the ultimate version of it, giving you nigh infinite range with the thing, taking out pretty much every single flying enemy that you can possibly see. It's I would say one of the best affixes that you can get with. There we go. One of the best affixes that you can get with this weapon. And I do think that if it's not its legendary version, that it should be, because the idea that, you know, it's a sword that hits everything around it would be amazing. That said, that's a lot of... I'm leaving a lot of stuff up to chance when it's like, you know, I want a specific affix on a weapon. So I think that I'll probably stick with having the flame grenade do a lot of the work as far as clearing out low HP flying enemies goes. Because, that's, it's a risky proposition. It's a risky proposition to try to hit, kamikaze bats with any sort of melee weapon, unless it's very fast. You know, your, sad dag, your... I'll take that. Your sadistic dagger, your sort of... balance blade? Yeah, I'd say that one's pretty similar. So there's no way that I want to put that in the hands of fate. Or, well, in the hands of me playing good. Let's just say that. Alright, come on. You know, I'm gonna actually go for the... Not perfect, pretty good, though. Oh, and by the way, upon thawing, enemies suffer from bleeding. That's pretty good, too, but I don't need doubled up on blood. I mean, there's a reason why, as thematically fun as I think it would be, there's no reason to go get, like, a blood shield with this. Because that's just, what's this do? Yeah, plus 30% damage on a bleeding target, but that's not that much more damage, really, now. That's why blood does not really stack up against something like fire, for example, which is just ludicrously powerful for how common it is and how easy it is to apply to enemies. But yes, I was saying that I don't think getting a blood shield would be a very good idea, as cool as it would be, because doubling up on damage over time generally limits the effectiveness of synergies. Extra fire doesn't give you extra affix-based damage, after all, so... I think that what I'm gonna look for is... Spiked shield would be alright, parry shield would probably be pretty good. Burns enemies when you parry it, that'd be good. But as of right now, I think that what I really want to get is... just that, what I really like to get is that fire grenade. That fire grenade is what's really going to make this run start popping off. It's what's going to take me to the market and buy all the damage in town. I tried. Anyway. Ooh, see, that's why you don't want to go for the melee, man. It's rough like that. Aside from that, too, I should also probably be... I'm not even going to try for it. I should also probably be using my... homunculus rune as much as possible, just so I can maybe freeze enemies in place, you know, get a nice root on enemies for long enough to nail them with a whole lot of bleed damage. Because this is a sort of weapon, this is a sort of build that excels on hitting enemies a few times and then running away. Or having it buffed up with like a wolf trap and then making that do all the work, but you know. It's all rock and roll to me. In the sense that I'm just gonna do whatever works in this run, I guess. Whatever the RNG decides to bless me with or curse me with, I suppose, is what I'm gonna be taking. Yes, I think, you know, being the blood sword would also be a decent one to take, something like the 1% healed, 100% damage taken on, because, hey, you know, blood sword, it's like a life steal. I mean, the fact that it just causes bleeding, despite the fact that it looks like it's imbrued with blood by itself, it's kind of unusual. I think it would do something a little extra. Also, yeah, I totally brought that up just so I could use the word imbue. How often do you get to use the word imbue in any context at all? Talking about like the was it the Raikage in Bloodborne? That's the only other time that I even think of that appearing in video games. So yeah, I think that would be thematic, but You know, there's nothing really that I'm looking for in particular out of... I mean, essentially I'm just going to be using this as a sword. It's going to be a good sword, and honestly, despite the fact that I'm going for a burn synergy, that's not going to be where I'm going to be getting a lot of the... Well, he deserved that hit. I'll give you that. That was a good one. But anyway, there's nothing... Fire synergy is not going to get me that much extra damage, to be perfectly honest here. Ah, almost got me. Okay. Because the individual hits from the sword, 724 DPS there, but then you also get that 120 bleeding, and the bleeding is going to be the real big moneymaker, I think, comparatively. No, I don't need anything with that. I don't need that. I'm already working with a quite nice... ice grenade, and although that's not really what I'm looking for, that is doing me good right now. I don't feel the need to... Oh, I thought I saw something over there. Thought I saw them dropping something. Nope. Phantom drops. Good. I'll take down my melees. But yeah, ultimately this is just going to be a sword. And the bleed damage is just going to be bonus. So, anything that can buff it up. If I do manage to get the bleed propagation, or, you know, the other special affix, the poisons enemies that you bleed, that'll be great, but I'm not counting on it, and I'm going to avoid spending a whole ton of money trying to get that either. Of course, getting upgrades as much as possible is going to be useful over the course of the run, because it's not that special of a weapon. Like I said, Blood does not have very good synergies. It does have synergies, but 30% extra damage isn't that much compared to 100 that you get off fire. So I'm not really going to be looking for that in any of the weapons that I pick up. Hard to say exactly. Oh, whoa, hey, guys. Wow, he just come out. That was just an utter... I'm getting hit with so much melees right now. Utter failure to get me on his part there. But anyway. Yeah, this is a sort of different damage over time build than what I usually go for. Usually it's all about fire and maybe poison, but this one is all about the bleed. And to be honest, it can kind of get overwritten by some other affixes on weapons. For example, I see on legendary impalers a lot, you get a causes enemies to bleed. Poisons enemies or causes enemies to bleed is actually well, it is a special affix, but I would say it's not an entirely uncommon affix to get. So, have I ever seen this one before? Yes. Oh, hey, and look, there's a knight. That's cute. So it's like, I think that you can get essentially a better version of the blood sword by managing to get something like an impaler with bleed on it. It's one of the rare times that I would say that you can get that you can essentially turn another weapon into a blood sword, or into like an equivalent of a weapon, if you just happen to get the right affixes. Oh, I tried. But hey, at least I have enough damage reduction right now that I'm barely taking any damage from this. Nah, it seems like with the whole idea of taking a survival brutality combination, I'm probably going to be looking more for getting avoiding getting melee'd up as much as possible, rather than trying to go for damage reduction as much as I need to. Another reason why I think that getting a damage-based shield is going to do me a little bit more good than Alright, gotcha. Is gonna do me more good than like a defensive shield. Damn. Again, anything to reduce melees right now is gonna do me good. I am not down with the sickness on this one. gonna be something. Man, I remember when it used to be called the sickness. Now I can no longer go, practice my ahs. That horrible bridge that appears in that song. Hey, what's all this then? Interesting. I think I'm just gonna. I'd rather get the money. I'd say critical. Okay, well I guess we're using the heart here then. That's fine. I don't even care about taking damage at this point. I'm already a dead man. And not just because I am a blob of, I don't know, some sort of like green matter possessing a dead guy either. It's just, there's many factors at play here. Perfect. Now all I want is a shield. 7 and 12 as far as survival and brutality go, respectively. Interesting combination. I guess I'm not going to complain. But probably want to try to focus on getting a little bit more. Yes and yes. Probably want to focus on getting a little bit more brutality over time here, because as nice as as much as my stuff is going to be buffed up, my shield and bear trap, that's good. I think that I'm gonna really want to try to be doing the most damage with the blood sword right now. It is obviously not only the run, which come on, I can't really neglect. It's part of the whole, reason for the existence here, after all. Gotcha. Yeah, that fire, that bear trap, doing me good. It's also, I don't think I'm going to be getting so much extra damage out of a shield, out of blah, 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 that it's going to be worth keeping things 100% equal. Just mostly equal. I don't know, we'll see. That said, losing out on that heart does kind of hurt me here. But, I was taking way too much damage in that area, and to be honest, ooh, wow. Toxic ladder on trap? 100% on poison, 100% on burning? You have convinced me to keep that. Alright, no, completely forgotten what I'm saying now. I guess we'll go with cooldown reduction and vengeance? Maybe grab Tainted Flask if I'm able to keep a whole bunch of my potion charges over time? Hard to say. Efficiency could be good too, but I'm expecting those bear traps to last long enough. Chopped Nut could be good. I'll go with Vengeance for right now. And then, like I said, if the potion charges present themselves by the end, I think taking Corrupted Healing will help a lot. That said, don't think this will go too bad. I got the right sort of build for it. However, I am going to want to watch out that I don't get screwed over by the damage field too much. Gotta get him into phase 3 ASAP. Okay, good. That was real close. Hey, good dude. Well, that's why I got Vengeance, I guess. The frustrating thing with this is that now, the damage field is kind of preventing me from actually utilizing the whole crux of this run, which is annoying. And there we go. Roll through, please. Oh well, whatever. There will be plenty more opportunities to use this after all. Man, even without the blood sword, still getting quite a lot of hole. Ew, 100% damage taken and dealt. I am going to actually not take this. Now, here's the thing. If this was a casual run, if I was not doing something specifically with the blood sword, I would have absolutely taken that. Understand that completely here, because that is a great get. That is a great get. However, I do think that using a blood sword right now, the weapons that I currently am holding are a better set of options than that. But that is, again, just on the assumption that I'm going to continue using this. It's... I mean, it's just... I would say it's almost a hard and fast rule. You do not give up something that good when it just presents itself to you. It's like, it's a golden gift from the gods, and I just threw it away for money. So... it's like, that hurts. But that would also require a almost complete change up in the build that I'm working with. So, it's... nah. Oh, that's... that really does hurt, though. Because, God, that would have been nice. Alright, what am I looking at right now? 14 brutality. Not bad at all. As always, I think that getting more is going to be better, especially because I am going to have more than enough food effect by malaise. I'll go with malaise reduction. Worst comes to worst, I will see if I can save up for a potion charge. I'm not going to. There is no way that I'm going to assume that I'll have enough for the potion charge. However, I think that there's probably going to be enough elites in here right now that I can get that to work for me anyway. Alright, let's do this. Ah, there's where that... damage over time is doing good. That is a legendary cursed sword. Fun times to be had, certainly. Oh, you have convinced me. Now, a fun fact. Exact same moveset. Just a different power glow. But, no. Poisons the enemy, though. That's pretty cool. It wouldn't be a bad cursed sword, but, like, jeez, no. Yeah, okay. Yep, any shortcomings that I have with trying to hit flying enemies with the sword is being helped out a lot with the Hokuto's bow and the Hokuto's bow and combination, other thing. My grenade is helped me out a lot here. So that's working. I can't really say that it's the best. I mean, what's the actual cooldown I got this? 4 seconds, not bad. Okay. Okay. I haven't gotten the key yet. Oh, don't forget, I have invisibility. Invisibility also, the 100%, 150% after coming out of invisibility is not going to be helpful here at all. But the ability to start attacking enemies, get a couple extra hits in to stack up that bleed as much as possible, or to set up an idealized sort of wolf trap combination, I think is going to be very good. There we are. And there we go. Alright. Oh, and I think that, yeah, I don't have, like, a drop, oh, yeah, he can see me. Oh, don't be too... We've got to be a little cautious here, of course. Can't be too haughty. Good. Man, I still need to go grab at some point a... No, not with what I'm working with right now. I still need to go grab a shield at some point. I can't believe I'm using... I mean, the Hokuto's bow is actually very good in this build. This is a build that benefits a lot from that. That extra damage on DOTs is working out for me. However, I think I should be getting more out of my... I should be getting more out of the survival that I've painstakingly crafted. That would actually not be too bad for dealing a whole lot of damage out of the flame grenade, but it's not really the optimal way I think that you can do it. Yeah, even if Tax is going to be giving me more health, I'm still going to be... still going to be taking the... I think I'm good. I'm not going to go back to the food shop. I'm not going to have enough money anyway. But, yes, even if I get more... Right, anyway. Even if I get more health from tactics, I'm still going to be taking survival just so I can buff up the wolf trap more and more. As said, it's not going too bad so far. I might have lost my heart. I am still at full potion charges, though, and that's never a bad thing. 105. Oh, so close. just, I guess, just really be careful. Be a little cautious. If you need to kind of duck out the back to use a potion charge, you know, to light up a potion, that's fine. Could be all right, but not with the cooldown that I would have to deal with taking that. That would just be way too much. Alright, Clock Tower should be completely doable with this necklace. I think that this will actually be very effective in sneaking around here. And as much as I would have liked to have gone to the Sepulchre, I've been going to the Sepulchre way too much lately, so I'm gonna hit up the Clock Tower this time. Do it a little bit different. Oh yes, this structure here. They have now posted a update on what's going to be an official update saying what's now going to be like the future for the game. And one of the things they showed was a sort of clock tower and what's the other thing? Sort of a sanctuary-looking area where you can see the clock tower in the background. And got it. Oh, there's that good damage over time play. But anyway. So yeah, definitely looking forward to that. Also, Gargoyle's going to be in the game now. Going to be a new enemy type, which is interesting. A very Dark Souls again. I mean, they've been bosses, or even in Bloodborne, they had the Children of Antiquity, which is the most insane sort of name that you can possibly come up for those guys. But hey, that's what they're called. No. I honestly, I probably wouldn't even be in all that much danger with the invisibility necklace, but I'm not even going to risk it right now. I think that's way too much. The other thing is that that update showed that they didn't know the difference between Rule 34 and Rule 63. Ha! Fools. You know, you're going to get some very different results on the internet if you look for one of those over the other. No, you're not. That's not even true at all. What am I even saying? They're virtually the same thing. Yeah, I gave this character a huge butt, you know, as part of an artistic design. It's like, no, you didn't, Yoko Taro. Anyway, 20 brutality, coming a long way from the minimal amount I had earlier in this run. So I think this is the point where the run is really starting to pop off, and not only because I have like really, ooh, be careful. Okay. Oh, it didn't die there? Well, the fire will take him out then. If all else fails, use fire after all. Okay. Oh, I don't have it. What am I even thinking? Good combination of stats. Good. One of the best affixes in the game as far as the invisibility goes. Just, yeah, really, number one thing would be if I could get the heart. That is, if I had that, I would not be scared at all. I would not even, I think that I could easily finish this if I managed to keep that. Also, still gotta go find a shield here. I mean, come on, that's been a thing that I've been looking for some time now. If I stop trying to get upgrades on my blood sword, would probably help a bit. Ooh, punishment. Burns enemies, spreads inflammable oil, not bad. Blood shield, but oh. Blood shield with very good. Poisons enemies too. I'm gonna reroll, see if I can maybe get something even better. Okay, better than that too. Yeah, now that's the good stuff. Gimme. Alright. It's happening. Run is going quite good. Especially because the upcoming fight, the Timekeeper, is very well countered by a... Yeah, don't roll through that. Wow, look at the amount of bats in here. But, yeah, the upcoming fight, the Timekeeper, is very well countered by a good shield like this. Because it's like... That looks weird. Swords, more swords. Yeah. Okay, I've seen it spawn a bunch of times. Hitting her shuriken back at her will do a lot of damage. Add to that the fact that there we go. Add to that the fact that I have a pretty sizable amount of survival compared to, you know, something like a pure brutality run. It's like, it's looking good. It's looking good. Of course, that does leave the fight against the hand coming up, but I guess I'll cross that bridge when I get to it. And hey, worst comes to worst, just do another one. That's how it always goes, man. You don't know what you got till it's gone. Paved paradise, put up a parking lot. Timekeeper. Oh, okay. And I just have to remind myself, do not try to parry her broadsword hits. That is a bad idea. I can almost never get that timing down well. Okay. And okay. Yeah. I like that she went right into the second one. Okay. Yep. Let's. Let us finish this. Awesome. And like I said, hard counter's working out pretty good. Just don't want to even... Well, that extra point of malaise is not awesome. What the hell? That was fun. Done. Okay. Okay. That was a hell of a battle, but I got out of that just fine. 3% damage to a bleeding target. That would actually not be terrible, but it would also kind of make the blood sword obsolete, so I'm not taking it. I really gotta keep blood sword. That's the run. The run is blood sword. The run is not a blood sword. It's blood sword. Freeze victims, 40% damage reduction with 30% on the amulet. That's what I think 75 is the soft cap. I don't know. I could just be lying completely to you. Like, I've never done that before. All right. Well, it's a lie out of ignorance, not deceit. Anyway, anything else cool? Let's be honest, probably not. I've got a pretty good mix-em-up of items right now. I don't think that I'm going to be... If anything, the only thing I'd be looking for is an upgrade for my blood sword. Let's see if that happens right now. No. No such luck. Yeah, I'll see if I get a lot more money somewhere here. And then see if I can perhaps get an upgrade for the blood sword. That's about the only thing I'm looking for at this point, though. Pyrotechnics. I do love you, but no. This is also... I also only have 2 tactics right now, so this is not really the most opportune time to be taking that, compared to most. Melee weapon, not really the best to go up against Sir Thornman, but I think I should be fine anyway. Yep, and I was totally fine anyway. Alright, cool. Also, I lost like a affix upgrading my fire grenade, which is kind of weird, but hey, whatever. I'd rather have an upgrade form of that, you know, with that extra brutality, rather than not. Oh, just decide to cancel it because it was invisible. Sure. Nope, not with the Guardian Knight there. I'll fight him on his own terms. That's not the word I'm trying to use, but... Like, give me a second here. It's a little stressful. As of the current. That's fine. This would actually be very good. Yeah. Ah, damn it. So close. Well, anyway, you're done now. Alright, take a drag on that potion. What do we got here? Minus 25% damage, freeze stuff, poisons enemy. A lot of really good stuff there, but I mean... Come on. It's not... Again, that would kind of ruin the build that I'm going for. I got a nice build going. I got a nice stew cooking. I can't get rid of that just now. Don't switch horses in the middle of a race and all that, or whatever. Come on, I know I can do this. Oh yeah, cool guy. Was that entirely necessary? Not in any way. But I want to do it just to prove that I could. And really, isn't that the most noble goal of them all? Showing off. Braggadocious-ism. Alright, let's go, let's go. Hey, that would be another bleed to add onto the pile, but I mean, not really what I'm going for here. Don't get benefits from having extra bleeds. You can't bleed them extra hard. There's no this isn't like aggravated damage or something like that I can just get on enemies. What was that? That was like Rift or something that had mega damage. I swear that at some point Blizzard was talking about putting that in after the stats were getting so insane in your Worlds of Warcraft that you were doing like millions upon millions of DPS. Mega damage. It's a stupid concept, but hey man, power creep happens and you gotta kind of deal with it in some way. That's why one of the things I like in this game is the fact that every weapon is not meant to be like any sort of straight upgrade of a different one. They're all meant to be... I guess I'm just going to go in here and flip up to the next. No, nothing's meant to be like a straight upgrade one to the next. They're all meant to be along the lines of, you know, a different style of play, a different build that you're going for. Even though that does mean that some of them are kind of worse than others because of how builds... Wow. Because of how builds work, you know? That's how balancing is. It's a balancing act to that balancing. Yeah. Oh no. I'm okay. I have managed to survive the situation once again. Ugh. By the skin of my point of light within a cloud face. Okay. Then if he turns around, didn't even get a chance. Yeah, if he turned around there, then I would have used my parry shield quite deftly. Yeah, I think that using the wolf trap has kind of ruined a little bit of the usage that I could possibly get out of the parry shield, but I think it's going to come back in style by the time I get to the hand fight. You. Alright. Because he's not always going to be caught in that trap after all. It's going to be more than enough time where he is not. Oh, good. Well, switch out Vengeance for the potion? I think I will. Don't mind if I do. And then everything else I think I'm doing pretty good with here. 1227 DPS if an enemy is bleeding. Sounds great. 80% cooldown on grenades. I like that. Still only 4 seconds, though, because, you know, how good can you possibly get it? A little late now. Could still be good for the... Nah, I want burn. Burn. There you go. Whatever, probably should just stuck with what I had before, but that's fine, that's fine. So, going to grab Tainted Flask, Sadism, and Fireworks Technician. I think that'll be good. Probably could have gone with Tough Nut, but let's hope it doesn't come to that. Let's hope I can avoid having that happen. Alright, dude. I feel pretty good. Cool. That's the first phase done pretty well. Yeah. Be careful. Yeah, you take so much damage from these mobs that it's like I don't even... Yeah, it doesn't matter if you parry that, he'll just go through it anyway. Okay. Now he's stuck in that position. I doubt I'm going to be able to get him down to the next phase, but it was a good attempt. Okay, well, that wasn't quite the next phase with that alone, but it wasn't bad. Be careful. Ah! Stop that. Stop doing that. Okay. Oh. Okay, and then should be able to get this guy pretty good. All right. Haha! Oh, that was close. Hey, I should have had the parry on there. But that's fine. And he's facing away from me, meaning that I can get a whole lot of damage out here. Ah. Damn it! So close!